To understand data types, we will start with a program which has different kinds of data types already initialized, and then we'll print them. So this is the simplest program I could think of to explain the basic data types of Python. Here in X we have deposited a value of 10, which is an integer. In Y we have assigned a value of 25.6, and in Z we have written a string hello. Let us run this program. So it is giving us all these outputs. Now, interesting part is that these are three different types of values: integer, float, and string. We call float to some value which has numbers after the decimal point. That means the fractional values. Integers are the whole number values. They can be both float and integers can be negative values also. And string is basically some text. String we'll understand more later also. But for now, you should understand that these are the basic three data types: integer, floats, and string. There are many other data types also. We'll understand Boolean also. We'll learn complex also later. And in fact, even things like lists, which is a type of array, will also be a kind of data type only. In Python, we'll shortly see that we can also list out or print the types of this data. Let us use AI for this. Can you add code to print types of these variables? Okay, this simple instruction should be able to add some code here, which will add functions which can print types of each of them. See, this has been written: a print type of X, print type of Y, print type of Z. Let me accept this. I will run this code also. So this is class int, class float, and class string. See, in Python, everything is a class. That means X, Y, Z will be the objects of that class. This will be a specialty of Python that truly speaking, there is no primitive data type. Everything is a class or a derived data type, I would say. So this simple code will explains these three basic types: integer, float, and str. All this type would be actually a class. We will get through the concepts of class when we go through the chapter on object-oriented programming. But right now, you should consider them almost as equivalent to the integer type in other languages, float type in other languages, and string type in other languages. We can also write some interesting things. What is the range of each of these data types? What largest and what smallest number we can fill there? Let us understand this. Because this is quite different from languages like C++ or C or Java. The range of data types is generally as follows. Python integers have arbitrary precision. It is really you can fill up any value up to your maximum memory limit. Floating number has a 64-bit precision, which is still quite large actually. That means as large as 10 to the power minus 324 to 10 to the power 308. So much negative range, so much positive range. So astronomical calculations can also be done. And string also is limited to whatever your memory size is there. So that means you practically doesn't have any limit on these data types. You can freely use them. Okay, so this is what I would like to explain another time, that you can see all these data types are basically classes, and these three basic types, integer, float and string are there, which are automated. That means whenever you assign an integer, x will become integer. Whenever you assign this as float, this will become float. Whenever you assign a string, this will automatically become string. So I don't need to say int x or float y, I don't need to say that. So data type is automatic. What is meant by automatic data typing in Python? We should keep learning using the AI tool so that we understand things in detail. This is dynamic typing. Automatic typing refers to dynamic typing. That means Python automatically infers x as an integer, y as a floating point, z as a string. This is automatic. I can reassign any value. Suppose I want to reassign x as say 13.2. So now x will become a float. Let us see it. This is run and this is run. So x has also become float now. That means reassignment also doesn't give any error because it is automatically typed. So we have to understand these things again. Data is automatically typed whenever the assignment is given, and data doesn't have any limited range of what kind of number of values, what bigger size you can put. That is practically unlimited. Thank you.